I have sinned. No, I didn't do anything bad. I just remixed a different song before I finished Beautiful Things, and I did it off screen. At the time of this video being made, DJ Smooth T is getting submissions for Throwback Volume 2, and I was in the first volume, which was pretty cool. And so I thought I'd join Volume 2. The first one I remixed, I submitted Wanna Be With Me. So I already had that remix done and people already heard it, and then I discovered they were making an album. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I was featured, which is cool. And so this one, I thought I'd try to feature it again. So, but I couldn't do Beautiful Things because obviously it's not done and it might take me pretty long to finish. He's probably gonna start putting it together in a month or so. And so I scattered around looking for songs to remix, and I came upon this song, which I'm gonna show you in a little bit. For the record, I did only do this in 3 days, but I think I spent a good portion of those times in detail mixing and 100% creative process. I was really into remixing this one. Like it would have been a different type of video if I filmed it. So it might not even be done. I don't know, because the videoing process it takes a lot of energy out of you, setting the camera up, the lights, the microphone, and all that stuff. So I just want to do it, and so I did it. So let's take a look at it. So one thing I'm rather, I guess, proud about this remix is it's fairly simple. And usually simplicity is the best way to go. Although on the left here, you'll see a bunch of patterns, like there's so many. These are patterns also, but they're not exactly melodies or drums, anything like that. It used to be different back in the day. I used to have separate kicks, snares, hi-hat in its own pattern. Now I just combine them all, which is a little more convenient. It keeps it cleaner on the timeline, stuff like that. But let's have a quick listen. I'm gonna just start right here. That's about it. That's about as complex it gets. Later on, I introduced 2 new melodies, and that's it. Then I have hits and transitions and crashes and stuff. But like this part is probably the most advanced, or not advanced, but busy part of the song. And we'll take a quick listen to it. So this part, what I did was I cloned the vocals, the acapella, and put in its own track so I can not worry about the automation on a constant basis, and actually crank up the sends for the reverb and delay. And I just kind of did some repeating. This is just the same thing back and forth for a little bit. This one's same thing, and just, yeah. And I just automated the volume up and down. That's about it. And the interesting thing about this portion right here is it kind of sounds different every time. Different in the sense of effects wise. The delay, it's kind of, ongoing, so it can make a different type of sound on like the second portion of it. But I mean, it's played the same way and the volume goes the same way, so that would be the same. But it's just what you hear might sound different every time. And what I export every time might be a little bit different every time. It's not much, but that's how it is. And then here's my drums. That's it. Simple drums. And then on the chorus part, I added a gated clap. And that's it. And those are automated in volume differently in different sections. So the whole song is set for a certain volume until it gets to the end, and it's a little loud, so I just went it down a little bit. And what I did was I went up in key pitch, just have some variations in it. You can't hear it that much, but it is definitely there, and it makes a subtle difference, which makes that difference. My lights are turned off. And then here's my main lead. And that's it. It's not the main lead, that's just what it's called, the synth. Then I have this one here. And that's it. Just every quarter note gets played. Then you have the bass, which I need to sidechain it because it doesn't sound good without sidechain. Ooh, something's weird. Oh my god. I thought I fixed this, but I guess I didn't. So I just emailed DJ Smoothie saying that I need to resend it to him. So the issue with this was, there we are. I wanted the bass line to just end on that fourth beat there. Like that, not like how I had it. I had like that beginning because that's how the song actually had it, the bass line, which is kind of weird. But it matched the original song compared to what I wanted to make, which is kind of it's essentially a new remix, a new song almost. And then we have this lead here, which is kind of the chorus type lead. And that's it. Very simple. Very simple. I mean, there's not much to it. So let's move on to the next section. So she goes to the verse, chorus, and then verse, chorus again. So I kind of restructured it differently. In the original, after she did a chorus, then there was like a second, just, I don't know what you call it, like a drop. I don't know. It's not trap. But like a second chorus almost, the second pre-chorus, post-chorus, whatever. And I just kind of cut that first part and I just added the second part here. And then after that, it goes into the bridge. So that's the bridge part, the build part. Again, just like in trance, they have that quiet part. This song is fairly like the term loud isn't correct, but that's the best term I could probably use. Very busy, and like it just keeps going, until it gets to this part. And even this part, it's not completely quiet like I usually do, because I kind of want to continue the energy of the song, and it's kind of a hyped song. And obviously, if you haven't noticed yet, I've increased the tempo. So it's originally 130, and so I made it 134, just to give it more hype and stuff like that. Because 130 might feel a little sluggish. So let's go through the melodies in this bridge part here. We have this melody here, which is up high. So that, the synth itself, it has like a really gated reverb in it. That's why you keep hearing shh here and there. And then next up is this one here. So there's two variations of this one. We'll play this first. There's that. And this synth specifically, your velocity you play in a keyboard, it changes the actual velocity. Like, so it's soft, it gets harder. So I just use that to my advantage instead of using like a filter or whatever it might be to kind of bring it in. And it's kind of hard or slash impossible to change the timbre of the actual synth. And the second version is just full velocity on all of them. And that is actually sidechained. The first part is not sidechained. And I love how that sounds. I just discovered that on accident, and I was like, oh yes, this is what I need. And the bass line changes, from the beginning to the chorus, but that's it. There's only two different variations of the bass line. But, oh, never mind. But after that, the chorus then gets back to the, I guess, post-chorus in this case, and then the song ends. So it's very simple. It's very simple. There was actually a lot of things I did to it, just regardless of how simple it was. There's You could probably tell by the wave forms here, but this is the acapella, and she sings kind of quieter here. It gets a little bit louder, and then she gets like really loud in the chorus part. So I had to adjust volumes accordingly to when she got loud, so I can stay a certain level. And I also adjusted like the amount of delay in the acapella. So in the beginning, it's not that much delay, but then when the chorus part comes around, there's a lot more delay, and so therefore it has to be quieter. The way I did it was I sent it to a send. So you can see here, the acapella is being sent to the delay here, and it's quite a bit. The knob is up there. And if I go to like, the beginning chorus or verse part, the delay is less. So, little tricks like that can help you improve your mix if you're looking for tips. And then I have noise and stuff like that. And I have a bunch of, all these are like just one hits or little transitions. One thing that I made that I wasn't going to use but decided to use it anyways was the reverse reverb. So this part here. When I made it, it wasn't to my liking at the time. But I think I just couldn't find the correct transition yet. Because when I was transitioning the bridge into the chorus again, it didn't feel like it was hyping the atmosphere up enough. And it just kind of progressed into it. Because this song is pretty progressive, So what I did was on the 8th measure here before the chorus, I just kind of made it more silent, and then it builds up quicker. And I think it worked for the better. But that's basically it. It's not that complicated, but I really, really do like this remix. I haven't felt this excited about a song I've remixed in a long time, so I'm very, very proud of it, and I hope you guys are too. When the Throwback Volume 2 comes out, I'm going to definitely feature on this channel as well. I don't know if I'm going to release this song out yet. I think I'm going to wait for that to be the debut, but then this is kind of a glimpse of what you're going to hear. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you join the Facebook group if you want to hear this remix. If you haven't joined already, most of you guys probably know about it, and you told me about it. So, but that's this remix. I'll try to get to Beautiful Things as much as I can. If you've been following my channel, you've probably been waiting for that for a while. If you're watching this in the future, then it's probably done by now, I hope. But hopefully I finish that pretty soon. And I'll see you guys later.